I think that since 2011 the club had extremely improved in professionalism, super innovative. It's important in my role as director of football to be able to build a squad that is competitive on the three fronts, to win the championship in Belgium, to win the cup and also to be competitive and successful in Europe. It's important to be proactive. TransferRoom brings decision makers together in football. With the platform we are able to get a lot of information in a few clicks. It started in 2009 when I became an academy coach for the club for about 3 years. And then when the actual chairman Bart Verhagen bought the club, one of their first signings was a Spanish-speaking player, Victor Vázquez, a player from FC Barcelona who was not able to speak properly in English, neither his agent did on that moment, and they asked me to translate the negotiations. From that moment on, I've been promoted to the first team of Club Brugge's technical staff. After a few years in the scouting department, Michel Prudhomme, he became head coach of Club Brugge in 2013, and Michel asked me to become his team manager. I've done that over a period of 8 years. Since 2024, I'm the director of football at the club, where my main responsibility is to build the squad for the club. So it's important in my new role as director of football to be able to build a squad that is competitive on the three fronts, to win the championship in Belgium, to win the cup and also to be competitive and successful in Europe. Over the last 5 years, Club Brugge have been 4 times champion of Belgian competition, of Belgian championship. In many Champions League campaigns we have shown that we have our position. I remember of course the campaign where we ended up to the last 16 and we went out against Benfica. But also last season in the Conference League we went to the semi-final. What was quite an extra achievement for the club to bring it so far into a European tournament. I think that since 2011 when the chairman Bart Verhagen bought the club and Vincent Manhart was a general director for a decade at Club Brugge, the club had extremely improved in professionalism. We were super innovative in the performance side of football, but also on all the aspects that has to do with running a club on the highest level. TransferRoom brings decision makers together in football, where you can easily get access to all information regarding players, their agents and their clubs. It's also a way of understanding how the clubs open up their transfer business for summer. The summits of TransferRoom bring people together for a few days in a part of the world where you can easily exchange information. You can accelerate also cases that you would like to speed up with certain stakeholders. It also provided us a lot of information regarding the transfer strategy of certain clubs and stakeholders. With the platform we are able to get a lot of information in a few clicks, and information that sometimes is not directly available by calling others or by just reading on the net. The biggest benefits for TransferRoom are in a way that it connects people, stakeholders, decision makers from the world of football, and you're sure that you're speaking to the right one. Secondly, it speeds up the process to connect to people, to get to know the right information regarding some transfer cases. It provides also a lot of extras in the world of football, like you can organize friendly games with your club through the system. Well, for us as a club, it's important to be proactive, and it helps that we can first of all reach out to people and to show that we are interested in certain of their clients, whether it's an agent or a club. I think in a longer term it provides us a brighter network. It also expands the brand of the club in a positive way, and it gives us for sure very easily connections to the big stakeholders in the world of football. That is actually a very big world, but in the same way from time to time also a very small world if you are fastly connected to each other. As a club also we not only shape players from a younger age to the first team of Club Brugge and make them ready to be able to perform at the highest level. We have done the same over the last years with coaches, and I think Nicky Hayen is one of the best examples. I think we are very pleased that Nicky Hayen have been our coach at Club Next also for a few years, because he have been able there to understand what Club Brugge is aiming for from a a football point of view, of course, and he understands very well how the club wants to excel in football, and today we are so glad that he's our first team coach, and he's doing fantastic with us. As a director of football, I think it's important to have a close connection to the coach, because the decisions on squad management and on transfers and how to integrate these players into the starting 11 or into the players that can have an impact on the team during match days. I think it's important to have a daily connection with the coach and to really understand how he looks at those players, how he looks at his players, and how I can help him there from time to time to get the best out of them. In a way, I think if you can work closely together with a coach, you only strengthen your ambitions, and you can also be much more effective to reach your goals. Our main goal is always to be the number one in Belgian football, be the one that fights to become champion. We understand that our position, first of all, needs to be that strong in Belgian competition. We can have more impact on our European position. So when we become champion in Belgian competition, we are, of course, at this pretty moment, one of the clubs that can participate in Champions League. And so when we are the strongest in Belgium, it gives us the possibility to play at the highest tournament in European football. And then in Europe, we can continue to be competitive. And if we do it with a clear strategy, with a good recruitment and a good follow-up from the youth to the first team with our own players, I think this is what Club Brugge stands for.